Morgan Snickeroo. So much soul, about to bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 32. Come with these shoes, you can't mess with these dudes. Nike Reeboks, about soccer knees. Golden Goose is on dude. Wrestling is real to me, damn it.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Soul Brothers, hosted by yours truly, Flex Luther, and none other than Morgan Snicker Room. What's up? What's new? And how you feeling, my guy?
Yeah, man, as you guys might notice, there's a change of scenery, no mic in front of me. We got my wife's walking.
Have your mic been on the last few episodes? I don't think your mic has been on the last few episodes.
I've been charging my phone.
I can tell. I'm like, bro, why does the quality sound so bad?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to charge my phone. Because I'm watching the Pacers game. The score currently right now, Indiana up 75-37. Miles Turner just hit a 3-pointer for his 15-point. Yeah, crazy time to record, but you know I do it for you guys. I record while historic moment going on.
I know that's right.
In Indianapolis.
I think what was a couple episodes you were talking about how you feel that like the women are underrated. Mm-hmm. Me and Sean love. So I think
I got my glasses on too. I gotta keep my glasses on.
I think you're part of that stat. But before we get started, I just want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. My mother, the mother of my children, my mother, all that good stuff. We love you, appreciate you guys, and we respect you. We need you guys here, so keep doing what you're doing. But let's get into what we wore today. I'm going first. I'm gonna be a little more vocal on this episode because obviously you guys can see my guy is a little entertained over there.
It's halftime. Pacers up 80-39.
That's crazy. 80-39 is crazy. When we started two.
I try not to curse. But that's belt to ass. Belt to ass.
We're it was 65. It was 65. 65-35 2 minutes ago, literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I wore today was the Mean Green Forest Green 14s.
Oh, the smooth.
Love this pair. Got them for $100. eBay. Shout out eBay. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
For sure.
14s.
What year are those?
Clean. 05. 05? I think 05, yeah.
And hold
05,
up.
06.
Still holding up? Holding up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
20-year-old shoe?
They're going to crumble. They're going to crumble. You will live in the box. They're going to crumble. Wear your shoes.
Well, I mean, you are wearing the shoe, so.
Yeah, I know, but you know, they'd be like,
yeah. Oh, dang.
Ooh. Shout out to Phil and Unheard Of, man. That's definitely going to be one of the things we touch on today. Them things are nice. I got
That's what I wore.
And
That's what I wore today.
Got to get a blue pair. Let them know.
Runner. I wore these on court today. Nobody knew what they were. I knew what they were. I didn't play in them. Like as soon as it came time to do some action, move around a little bit, put on the tennis shoes. But I wore the Piggy Runners today. Shout out Phil. Shout out Unheard Of. Shout out the eBay seller, man. Interestingly enough, the eBay seller, I purchased these a while back, and they just came in this week. But I messaged the eBay seller, and I was like, hey, do you have an update on the shipping? And he said that he was graduating college and things have been hectic. And I was like, hey, you're good, bro. Like, ship them when you ship them. Like, I appreciate you. Congratulations, all that other stuff. And then I gave him 2 stars. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
Oh, man.
But yeah, super excited to have these. I mean, this is going to be Sneaker of the Year talk. I try not to say Sneaker of the Year. I try not to say that before like November. I might whisper it in October, but like this is going to be in the Sneaker of the Year talk.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I like I said, I love what Phil's out there doing what Unheard Of. We've been going back and forth trying to schedule a day for him to hop on the pod. But I feel like it'll be sometime soon. He's finally, because he's told me he's been busy with this release, and
sure. Have you
Yeah.
seen that there are pairs already on StockX and Go of
Oh, I
his?
mean, I knew that. I mean, that was just how the runners were, the piggy runners too. I mean,
Yeah,
same day. Like,
crazy.
I mean,
Like no shame, bro.
it is what it is, man.
Yeah,
I try. It's part of the game, man. A lot of people don't like to say it, but I mean, resellers are officially part of the culture. Like,
yeah. They're
they
unnecessary. I mean, not unnecessary. It's an unfortunate part of the culture, but we need
yeah.
them. Not gonna lie, we need the resellers. We need their
I mean,
skills.
I'm gonna say this. I appreciate the hustle, but I don't respect your. Yeah, yeah. I've said
Yeah,
it many times. I've said it many times before, but again, I mean, hey, reselling got me these.
exactly.
That's all I.
Is
That's
that
all I.
reselling though, or is that
I
somebody
mean, I
who?
don't know. Yeah, because I mean, they were pretty clean and for a very decent price. So it wasn't like because honestly, that pair, I mean, easily 9 out of 10 far as condition, and I
Yeah,
mean that would easily be $600-$700 shoe. Easily somebody try to hit you over the head with it, but he sold them to me for I think after 114 shipping and shipped. So
yeah,
that
yeah.
was definitely somebody who was just like, hey, I don't wear these. I know somebody out there want them.
Yeah,
You go ahead and take them off my hands.
absolutely.
So
We love that.
yeah. But speaking of unheard of and really speaking of what happened with you today, nobody knowing what those were, and I'm pretty sure you put them on game. We want to talk about who's really moving, who's really pushing the culture forward. And when we say the culture, we're talking about sneaker culture.
Mhm.
And there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of people, reviewing sneakers. Shout out to Haas and Front Page Aaron. They're boots on the ground, man. Yeah, I can't deny it. I can't knock it. They really out there in those lines, shooting those videos, and
Yeah,
it gets me excited, man. Like I always say, man. I don't hate it. I don't envy it. Like it's more like, man, me too. Like I can't wait. Me too. Like I know our time is coming. We just need a little more planning. We need a little more, advance when it comes to these events. So
yeah,
obviously we can't up and leave. And shout out to the people that can. It's no knock to
yeah,
them. If you can up and leave and do that, do that. You know what I'm saying? But I have a family. I have a job. I have school, and I mean I got a lot going on. So I just can't be like, hey, you know what? Going to Cincinnati for the weekend. But if you tell me a month in advance, I might can work some out. I might
yeah.
can do so.
Here's the
Then
thing.
again,
I'm a
go
2 hour
ahead.
drive from Cincinnati.
What's up? Why you
Um,
didn't go, man? Tripping. You didn't DM him?
yeah, work. Nah, I mean that's the thing, man. Is like,
No. He's like Phil uploaded a story like, hey, if anybody want to come out, like let me know and I'll shoot you the information.
oh,
It
see, I
wasn't more
never,
like, yeah, it wasn't like, hey, you want to invite me? Nah, it was kind of like, I'm pretty sure he still had to give the okay, like you can hit me up, but
yeah,
I still gotta be like,
yeah. I'll keep an eye out for that next time, but you know, I'm 2 hours from Cincinnati, so having Phil and Unheard of just right down the street, as long with corporate as well. Corporate got him being in Indianapolis and Cincinnati. Um, you know, that may be in my future. I'm more than happy to go to Cincinnati. More than happy to go to Detroit. But making a trip to New York, man, is tough. Especially, I feel like
and I think
what
New York is a little closer to me. I don't know how long of a drive it is.
I think. Yeah,
It's not 2 hours.
that's a good point.
Not good. It's not a 2 hour drive. Probably like I want to say 5 to 8, maybe.
I think it's 8 hours for me. But
So
I also with the tennis players, right? I feel, and this kind of is something that is kind of a part of my relationship with Caitlin, but I feel an obligation to them, right? Like, yes, they're paying me, that's great, but I feel an obligation to them to like make them better and help them and stuff like that. Like, so that's also hard to do. Like, I don't like missing lessons. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
with,
no, I
they can
get
go a
that.
week without me. Like, they can, but it's just something I got to get better at.
Yeah, I mean, and to the ones that not saying that these people don't have careers, but like
Mhm.
you're I'm working for. I'm gonna say it like I said it best. I actually was having a conversation with someone else. I'm working for a promotion in my job. I'm not saying that in like a not.
Mhm.
When it comes to these, like again, I just can't hop up. Like if I'm gonna hop up and leave somewhere, I'm hopping in to clock in.
Yeah.
I'm going somewhere to learn a new trade. I'm doing something to get a new
Yeah.
degree. Because at the end of the day, real life is real life,
Yeah.
um, when we could stop record, we go into the reality of what reality is. Hopefully one day sneakers can play a big part in my reality, and I can
Mhm.
hop up and leave, or it makes more sense for me to hop up and leave and go to an event. But well, in due time, in due time.
Yeah.
That's
For
all I
sure.
can say. In due time.
For sure.
But
The way I feel is, if
go
it
ahead.
happens, it happens. If it happens, it happens.
Nah, I'm gonna make it happen. Ain't about that. Nah, I ain't see you. You're a little more lenient with me than me. It's gonna happen. If
Oh,
it
okay.
happens, it happens. It's gonna happen.
Well, then it's gonna happen.
I just gotta talk to the right people, get some planning done, and present it to you. Make sure you got enough time to do what you got to do, and we out there.
Okay.
Um, but that Soul Brothers tour is gonna be crazy. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. That Soul Brothers tour is gonna be crazy. But yeah, back to the conversation of pushing the culture forward. I do feel like Phil and what he's doing is definitely pushing the culture forward.
Hmm.
It's got people out there doing things that they usually don't do. I mean, we've seen the collaboration of the Sneaky Leak pod and
That was
My First
cool.
Kicks. Yeah, I mean that was dope. Again, you got the interviews, people camping out. That's something that we ain't seen in a while.
Yeah.
So I feel like those are people that's pushing the culture forward.
Hmm.
Um, you know, versus someone talking about how you can pay for sneakers. Um, I don't really feel like that's pushing the culture forward. It's just really giving advice. Um,
Yeah. What you mean? What you mean by the how you pay for sneakers?
you're a full blown adult and you still don't know how to manage your money. I don't think sneakers is the problem. Um, I think you gotta dig a little deeper, my guy or my lady. So
Yeah, and we kind of used to talk about this stuff with like the fakes, where it's like if you save your money or like if you work your tail off
Mhm.
to get a pair of sneakers, like there's just more appreciation for it than
Mhm.
just opening up a line of credit and then putting it on the credit card and you know best wishes, like I'll pay
Yeah,
it later. Like I don't know, it's just not.
bro, I can hear my guy in the background. Oh, uh,
It's
but
halftime.
yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it. But no, I feel like um when these videos are getting posted, it's keeping what should stay in the culture moving forward. To the people that are like getting into it or are fairly new to it, and may have a big impact later on down the line, can remember this and like, okay, this is what I seen, or this is what I loved about sneakers when I first started getting into it. Um, and those are the videos. Those are the things that need to get reposted. Those are the things that need to really get talked about, rather than someone just throwing up a shoe and a sledgehammer. And
I'm missing all these videos you're talking about, man.
well, I mean, I consume a lot of sneaker media for these purposes, so I
Yeah.
can speak on these things, so I can, you know,
So that's
give
what's
my
hot right
opinion.
now. Because I know sneaker reviews aren't that hot anymore, right?
It's more of just like, would it be clickbait? I guess it kind of would be clickbait.
Yeah.
Everybody's posing a certain angle or just hopping in a random frame and doing this. I don't know. Those are the videos that are doing well, and then but you have like Kyrie's video. Not saying it didn't do well, but not as well as it should be doing when he's breaking down the entire lineup of how Phil has, brought this shoe and then reveals the final shoe. I mean,
Yeah.
those are big things, man. I feel like more production and more time should be put into those. More engagement should be put into those videos because those are the things that are pushing the culture forward, keeping the culture thriving and alive. Because if if we leave it to financial advice and random frames and poses, I'm gonna go back to just buying my sneakers at my crib chilling.
Yeah.
I
want to review sneakers again, man. Like I want to not just review like the new sneakers because everybody's doing that, but like I want to review like I was doing before, like a 2013 social status New Balance collab. You know what I mean? Like or a Ubik collab, and then that's what I want to do. I want to go back to my roots and reviewing those sneakers, right? Like, and I feel like there's a space for that, but at the same time, does anybody really want? Is that what people want to see? Do people want to see something from 2013? Do they want to see the history, or do they want to see, what's new?
I mean, I think that's the challenge. I think that's the challenge for creators right now. You gotta do what you want to do, but try to make it appealing to that audience. So you got to find a way to review this shoe, but also make it, catch the attention of the current audience and keep them tuned in. Because again, I think there is, like you said, I think there is room for reviewing shoes, but it's just how you review them. Like when I speak on a shoe, I don't even consider a review anymore. I'm speaking on what I like about the shoe because I know there's 30 other people that's already reviewed that shoe and gave you the Easter eggs and told you the secret things. And, so I just point out like what I truly like about the sneakers. So, I mean, maybe we have something in common and we can like, oh, I like that too about that shoe. You know, it's just a different take on reviewing the shoe because I know you heard that, but you might not have heard about this one little detail on the bottom because it's not that clickbait. It's not that, oh my God, I didn't know that was tied into his favorite color or something, whatever. But I can tie it into my own personal experience.
I think one thing I like to do better than what I did before with the original 365 Days of Sneakers is styling them. You know what I mean? Like, I did a little bit of that towards the end once everything started falling off. But, like, doing more styling, doing more, like, even if it's, like, not even wearing the outfit, but like an outfit grid type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that because I definitely want to get back into. I definitely want to get back into my get ready with me videos. Once I get my setup back to where I want it to be, I'm definitely going to dig more into that. My get ready with me. Better. My goal of this year is to get better with photography. I wanna do more of that. Again, taking photos of sneakers is really kind of like the new reviewing. Everybody's doing it or trying to do it, and I want to do it, but like with my own take, So,
what you think about the AI pictures I'm doing, where it's like I'm doing the original, like the sneaker is in the picture, but then the background is AI.
I mean, I like them. I appreciate them. I think if you keep doing that, you can be one of those originators because a lot of people are kind of on the fence about AI and using it, especially when it comes to like people that do graphic designing and stuff like that, because what used to take 2 or 3 hours now you can literally do in 1 minute. I know a lot of people think that like I Photoshop and stuff. I don't use Photoshop. I don't use AI. I use AI on certain things, but like when it's like our album covers, it's not Photoshop. Like I'm not using what's it called, Final Cut Pro or whatever people be using.
Adobe.
I'm not using it. And I feel like a lot of people just hate the fact that they had to go through the trenches to get where they're at, and then someone like me that's never done graphic designing in his life hop on and it's like, bro, how is he doing that?
I definitely I think it's interesting because I want to show people the inspiration of the, because like again, I love the storytelling, but I
Mhm.
want to show it in a way that's digestible, like quickly digestible. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So that it's not like, I don't know, just a way that people can see it quickly and not have to read a whole bunch or like watch a long video. Because I don't
Yeah.
think the attention spans like that anymore. So it's like, okay, the pink piggy run or the piggy runner, right? Like, or even grandma's couch, right? Like,
Mhm.
I might put the background as like a grandma's living room with the couch that looks like the sneaker. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Just that little Easter egg in the background. You know what I mean? Like, I think that stuff's like, I feel like that's tough.
Yeah.
So
I
I
mean,
don't know. Is it?
I feel if you truly like doing it, I say continue doing it
Yeah.
because you're gonna be, excuse me, you're gonna be upset if someone that has a lot of followers do it and like
Uh,
take off with it, and you're like, yo, I was doing it 12 months, a year prior to it, and a person with
yeah.
just a little more followers say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take a nice photo and put AI behind it, and then
Yeah.
everybody's like, oh man, that's so cool. How you do that? Oh man.
Yeah.
So
I
I
uh
think definitely
I
stick
think it's
with it.
interesting. I think it was interesting that we did the album, not the album cover, but the cover
Yeah,
for the episode of um Celebrity
death
Deathmatch.
match, and then
Then we started seeing it all over the place. You saw I
yeah,
tagged you in it.
yeah, complex, yeah.
Yeah, I was something like that. Like I don't want something like that to happen.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why you might well stick
Yeah.
with it. Um, that's why I've always stuck with how we started. On
Uh-huh.
episode 2, 3. Nah, I think maybe episode 10. I think Key's episode was the first episode I did like an album cover,
Gotcha.
and I just stuck with it because I wanted that to be part of our brand. Like
Yeah.
Soul Brothers podcast, do that. They've been doing it
Yeah.
since day one, and I want to continue doing it. And that's why, like now, when it's a one-on-one episode, a solo episode between me and you, I'll use AI or something and
Mm.
generate something. But like if it's a guest, then I'll put like an album cover, So, and I feel like it's crazy because everybody was against it, and then next thing you know, you see everybody doing the figure of their self like as an action figure. Then
Yeah.
everybody's loving AI, and
Yeah.
jobs are still there, and before it was like they're taking all the jobs. You're lazy. Get out there. And now all of a sudden,
Yeah.
oh, this is so cool. So that's why I mean
Yeah.
it's best to just dude, be you, man. Do what you gonna do because they gonna hate it or love it, but if you already doing it, you there.
Yeah.
You there.
100%.
But in your eyes currently, if you could give a name of a platform or a person that's truly pushing the culture forward, who would it be for you?
For me personally, man, I gotta give a lot of shout out. I gotta shout out Sneaky Leak Pod.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I gotta shout out them. I gotta shout out Haas. It's tough because it's like, okay, what are the obvious names, right? What are the obvious names? We can say Joe Freshgoods. We can say J Tips, right? Like those are the names. Like when you asked me this earlier today, you kind of gave me a little, hey, this is what we're talking about today. Those are the
Yeah.
first two names that came up, and it's like, well, now I'm just another voice in the sea of voices giving praise to J Tips and Joe Freshgoods. Even my style is like Neesmith just hit a three. Both of them put together, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I get you.
so I mean, even as much as I hate to say it because we dogged on her, but like Marissa Hill and how she's how she's transcending sneakers, not necessarily for me, but like for the culture in general, and like finding new people to kind of come into the space, right? Like,
Yeah,
you don't think
so
so?
nah, absolutely not. Especially after her back and forth with Kyrie recently.
I
She
missed
pretty
something.
much, yeah, you definitely missed it.
Oh dang, what I miss?
So it's pretty much like everybody that had her back before that was like
Kari's
trying
another one.
to.
I'm so sorry. Kari's another one, and the way he tells stories. Wow, yeah, he's definitely another one. But go ahead.
Um,
I'm sorry.
but yeah, but anyway, she just pretty much told him like stick to sneaker content, and it was it's
Oh, I
crazy to
take back what I said about Marissa. You got to bleep that
it's
out.
it's crazy for her to say that when like
Yeah.
you're trying to be part of like sneaker culture and sneaker content, and
Uh-huh.
they're talking about this guy reviewed Sinners and pretty much gave it a bad review, and Kari kind of gave his opinion on why it was good and why
Uh-huh.
his review just wasn't that. And with
Was it the
that,
guy who said they were appropriating like Hispanic culture and didn't have any Latino
mm,
people in the no?
no, I don't
Or was
think
that
that.
guy? He got dragged all through it through TikTok.
Nah, I ain't see that one. I ain't seen that one. But at the end of the day, man, it's really just someone's opinion, and
Mm-hmm.
if you can respectfully like give your opinion on why you think someone is wrong, I don't see the issue. I don't see the issue with it. But anyway, always the insults start coming and start flying, and that's pretty much what happened. But that's kind of like that was her like,
Oh,
oh, I got
so
you. Like stick to sneaker content because it's below me.
yeah,
Yes.
take back what I said. I take back because that was
No, I was
dang.
like, boy,
I'll be missing stuff, man.
you
I'll
way
be
out.
missing
You way out
stuff.
of the loop. You gotta get back. You really gotta get out there, man. You got boots on the ground, man.
Yeah,
They're gonna have us calling us a fake sneaker podcast.
I know. I do think though that one of the things that from what I see, who's kind of drive. I mean, we talked yesterday about not yesterday, last week about hip hop
Mm-hmm.
driving the culture, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
just can't. I can't put my finger on like why the piggy runners, right?
Mm-hmm.
The unheard of joints.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I like that sneaker? Like, who put me onto it? Who was the one who changed? Who not even changed my mind because I liked them from the jump, but like, who was the one that made me like this sneaker? Well, Phil. Like,
Mm-hmm.
seeing Phil's like promo pics and seeing the people go to the event and like
Mm-hmm.
throw them on feet, like the on feet pics, right?
Yo.
I don't know if there really is anybody who is like definitively like driving the culture, right? Because we're not gonna say Lil Yachty. We're not. I mean, is he really driving the culture anymore?
I mean, I never felt like he was, but
Well, I mean, at one point, man, like maybe not for us, right? Like I wasn't really checking for what Lil Yachty was wearing, but like
okay,
for
yeah,
the culture as a
yeah.
whole,
Okay, I can, yeah, I can respect.
you know what I'm saying?
I can respect that answer, yeah. Well, I mean, but okay,
Like the guy who made College Dropout, right? Like, is he moving the culture? Is Jay-Z moving? You know what I'm saying?
he's moving the culture, all right. He is moving it.
He is moving the culture, not in the right
Boy, is
direction.
he is definitely
He's pulling
moving
it backwards.
it.
But like,
Oh, man.
who is really like moving the culture other than people who got boots on the ground? You know what I'm saying? Like just regular people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Explore page. I'm gonna tell you like this: the Explore page is what's moving the culture. You know what I'm saying? The Explore page.
I like that. The
Explore page,
For You page is definitely what's
the
moving.
For You page. That's what's moving the culture right now.
And that's why I say that I really hope that these videos that really matter, like a Kari video versus someone just pulling something out of their backpack, gets pushed more. And I feel like everything's kind of weeding itself out. The people that wanted to buy re-ups and swore they were into sneakers, and 5 months from now, I'm going to still be in sneakers. They somewhere acting, shooting a music video. They got they following, and left sneaker culture alone. That's why I hope
that? Who's that a shot at?
Who
did that?
What?
They started shooting a music video and they're not in the sneakers anymore.
I have no clue what you're talking about. But yeah, I like the answer. I like that answer. So it's really up to us what we're getting, what's getting put on the explore page, what's getting on that for you page, what are we pushing, what are we liking, what are we engaging in. Because I feel like there's a lot of things that I see that smaller people do, and I mean it's been done forever, it's not like a new thing,
Right.
that smaller people do that the bigger brands or bigger platforms take and just really just recycle it.
Yeah.
And I really don't have an issue with it because that's them. That's part of the game. But what
Yeah.
I really have an issue with is the people that act like the other person didn't do it. Like, oh
Yeah.
my, this is so like what? Like,
This is the first time it's ever been done.
yeah, like, oh, what? He put flowers beside a shoe that has flowers on it. Yo, he really
so innovative.
He really, wow. You know, it's just like,
Yeah.
dude did it 8 months ago.
Right.
You know,
yeah. Even I mean, I think back to the people who were big on TikTok during the during like the heyday. You know what I'm saying? The heyday of TikTok. You know what I'm saying? And I think about Squin, who I thought was like huge. Bevan, right? Like, even those guys are trying to find different ways to make engaging, like finding new ways to try to make engaging sneaker content. And like, it's hard. It really is hard, right? Like, if the big dogs of old aren't making content that people are engaging with, man, like, they're really like the ways that we were doing before is not working. Right.
Yeah.
So the question is, how do we get people outside? I mean, the brands are doing a good job of it because they've got Nigel Sylvester. They can throw the shoes at people and be like, yo, you gonna wear this. You know what I'm saying? Like, take a picture, whatever. Like, so how can the small creators start to do the same type of thing and like create organic motion, grassroots organic motion?
I think that's where it comes to going back outside. I think that is the way. That is that is the answer to it. I feel like people are on this community kick.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's some people that are genuinely like wanting to create community, but again, we always got that word or that trend or that theme that everybody gets to talking about, whether it's our Panda's dead or Air Jordan 1 dead or New Balance the new this is Dad shoes back. And then you start hearing it a lot. You hear people, I mean,
yeah.
We got. I give it another month or so. We're going to start seeing the media platforms start talking about community. Oh, we're going to start creating posts that we can get community more engaged in, and So I feel like that's what it is now. So for us, that's going to be a little difficult. Because we've already spoken about, we don't really have the means, or we just don't have the means right now to be outside, because
it just takes one though. It just takes. I mean, maybe it just takes one time to really make something happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's in the works. But to me, what I'm doing, and shout out to the people that boots on the ground actually out there doing. But I'm looking at it in every single way that like, how can we do it to make it better?
Yeah.
What can we do to be more prepared? So like what, that's what I'm looking at. Even though, I mean, I'm appreciating these things, I'm reposting these things, I'm engaging with it, I'm liking it. But I'm also like, okay, when we do this is what I want to do. This is what I don't want to do. This is what I don't want to happen. This is what I want to happen. So for me, it's going to take a little longer. I'm not just going to hop out there and, we're doing a live pod and we're going to ride up there 2 hours and we're just going to hop it together. No, I'm going to meet with some people. We're going to sit down. We're going to do this. We're going to get the equipment ready. We're going to do what we need to do to really capitalize on it, because I mean,
Like
we're not gonna have that many opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
if,
Like,
yeah, like
so
if we're gonna do it, like,
yeah.
and I think that's kind of, I mean, how we do our content, right? Like, if we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna do it, we're gonna do it right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we both come up with ideas in the background for the pod, and just
Mm-hmm.
like, we've thought about it, and then we go into the pod, and it's like, if it doesn't feel like it's gonna work, we don't do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
um,
We don't really want it on the fly. Um,
right?
because we were supposed to start drip of the week, and I told you like we don't really have it planned out or how we want to go about it, how we want to introduce it
Yeah,
to the audience, or how we want to put the content out there. So I'm like, let's hold
yeah,
off on it,
yeah.
because I feel like when you just throw things out there, it's easy to forget them. It's easy to
Hmm.
quit. It's like,
Right.
it didn't work out. Well, it
Yeah,
probably didn't work out because you didn't put that much planning into it. It probably didn't work out because you didn't really know you didn't really give it any thought. Um, but yeah, uh,
yeah,
shout out to the ones, like, again, shout out to the people that are out there doing these things. Because
yeah,
they are definitely pushing the culture forward. But I'm ready for us to hop out there.
yeah,
That's all I got to say. I'm ready for us to hop out there, and I hope that people feel that what we do here every week is pushing the culture forward. I
yeah.
really hope that you feel these conversations we have, whether they're like light conversations or heavy conversations or banter or no banter. I hope you feel that like we are pushing the culture forward. I try to give us some conversation that don't really get talked about.
Mhm.
That a lot of that I don't really hear on the other podcasts. And not saying that they're not having important conversations, but it's just like, if you're talking about that, who's talking about this?
Mhm.
Like, who's talking about the other conversations that we need to have? And speaking of that, kind of leads me into the next topic. So we got the Black Rodeo SBs that are dropping,
Yeah.
and someone mentioned to me that they liked the shoe and they wanted to wear the shoe, but they were
Uh-huh.
like, they know if they pull that shoe out, it was gonna be the glasses and everything gonna be like, we waiting for you to say something wrong, we waiting for you to wear something, because they're not black.
Okay.
And that really got me thinking, like, I don't want to say it's stupid, but
Mhm.
how unproductive it is to tell someone they can't wear a shoe because it's tied into a certain culture or a certain person, or it's like you can't listen to Marvin Gaye because you're not black.
But nobody's saying that though. I don't think anybody's really saying that. I
But
think
go
that
ahead.
is they're making themselves a martyr. Like,
Hmm.
I want to wear this shoe, but I just don't want people to attack me. Right? Like, that's nobody's going to do that. Like, on a regular day, out on the regular streets, you might say
I'm talking
no.
about. Well, see, well, I'm gonna say it like this. They kind of heavy in the social media limelight.
Uh-huh.
So like they feel like if they post a video about this shoe, it's gonna be, if have you been looking at the videos of the Black Rodeo?
Mm-mm. Nah.
So
I like the sneaker a lot.
a lot of people are having issues with, pretty much white people are reviewing a shoe and it's a black shoe. For so I can see where the idea is coming from. And
Baby Boy Flame, man. Baby Boy Flame goes through the entire month of February and reviews black artists and black clothing brands and stuff like that. So just like any shoe,
Mhm.
there's these pig runners, right?
Yeah,
These piggy runners, right?
yeah.
Just get the information right. You know what I mean? Get the information right. That's I don't think that's too hard to ask. Um, but like I feel that way about every sneaker. Right? If you review the
Yeah.
sneaker and
Uh
you
huh.
don't acknowledge the fact that it has to do with like the first black cowboys and
Uh huh.
stuff like that, right? Like then you're doing the shoe a disservice. Um, But if you get a minor detail wrong, okay, if you're corrected, take that with humility. I've done that. I've done that before, right? Like if I'm wrong about a sneaker, um, you know, take the correction. You can make a video, you cannot make a video, you can do the correction, but that's just like any journalism, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
if there is if somebody is a journalist and they say something wrong, there are edits and there's like a redacted, like things get redacted and things get like changed
Yeah.
and stuff like that, right? Like it's very common. Um, if you're concerned about that, I mean, it's like, hey, that's just part of the territory, man. Like
Yeah.
we expect correct information about a sneaker that is for us. Um, you know,
You
it,
know,
it
and
go ahead.
I like what you said when you said just get the information right.
Yeah.
And I like that. I think it's more of these stories are recently getting told that usually
Hmm.
don't get told or not really in front of people like it should be.
Yeah.
And it does upset you when someone gets the shoe and they tell the story wrong or don't mention like what it's about. Then it's upsetting. That's where it's kind of
Hmm.
like, okay, you don't deserve to wear that shoe. Like you don't deserve to
Yeah.
get that shoe. Which I mean, which would be the same thing for me. Like me personally, if I get a Dornbecker, I don't like reviewing it.
Yeah.
One, because of what's behind it. And I feel like
Hmm.
for me to pull out a Dornbecker and say, oh, I love this Dornbecker, I love this about this Dornbecker and all this, and not tell their story is
The
disrespectful.
the
The,
to be clear, the patient story, right? Like
yes, the
the
patients.
child,
Yes. Yeah,
the
their
child who
story,
designed.
what they got going on, their disability, all that like I feel like should be told when you're
Yeah.
talking about reviewing that shoe. So I mean I know almost 10 pairs of Dornbeckers, and I've never like reviewed a pair, like pulled them out and reviewed them like, hey, this is
Yeah.
what I love about this shoe. Because if I was to review a Dornbecker, I want to say their name, I want to tell their condition, and then obviously I want to know if they're still alive, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
there's some patients that passed away, and I feel like it would just be, if you're their family and you're watching this person review this shoe and they don't even mention to say like, unfortunately, or just send their condolences in some type of
Hmm.
way, or just saying like, hey, congratulations, continuing to fight, and they're still here.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it's just too. But I still have the shoe in
Yeah.
my collection, and I actively wear it. And I feel
Yeah.
like when it comes to shoes like this that have those stories, maybe that should be your approach. Maybe that's how you
Mhm.
should take it. Like if I
I
can't
agree.
tell the story correctly, I'm not gonna tell the story. You're gonna know I
Yeah.
have this pair. I'm aware. I might throw a fit on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not. This is not gonna be one of those shoes I review and like, oh, I love this shoe and the leather. Like you're gonna tell everything, but the story behind it. Yeah, but keep that review to yourself.
Yeah, because there is this trend of like being colorblind and like, well, race doesn't matter and all this other stuff, and that's not true at all, right? Like race race is literally like behind the sneaker, right? Like the
Hmm.
sneaker is literally built on color and race,
Yeah, that's
and
the backstory.
like, and if you want to say like, well, I don't want to talk about the race, well, then you don't get to talk about the sneaker then, because that, what I'm saying, you can't separate the race from the, like, and people try to do that when they talk about history. People try to do that. They try to take the race and they try to take the color out of it, when race and color plays a huge factor, right? Like, because it makes you feel uncomfortable. If talking about race makes you feel uncomfortable, then maybe you're not the right person to talk about the sneaker. You know what I'm saying? Or sneakers in general, because there is so much, you know.
I mean, well, I mean, I just feel like sometimes these conversations need to be had and these things need to be pointed out, but there's a productive way to do it. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people like to use this as an excuse to create some type of hate, or like they have something against that person already. And it's kind of like, oh, you shouldn't be wearing that shoe, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that.
But is that a loud voice, or excuse me, is that a majority voice, or is that just the loud minority?
What do you mean? Say that like what?
So, like whenever we hear things like, you shouldn't be wearing that shoe, right? Like, is that the voice of like the majority? Right? Is that just a bunch of people saying that, or is it just a few people saying it loudly?
I mean, there's a whole debacle about this shoe, but yeah.
Well,
like I said, I mean, it's just people are having an issue with like they're reviewing this shoe, touching this shoe, wearing this shoe, and again, there is a lot of like them doing incorrectly, but.
If there is an earnest attempt at giving the shoe justice and talking about the shoe appropriately, if mistakes are made, yes, I think that there should be corrections made, whether it's in the comments, whatever. But if there is an earnest attempt to give the shoe justice, then I think that anybody can talk about it. And if you don't think that, or not you, but like if somebody doesn't think that, then we gotta grow up. We gotta grow up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, people should be able to wear what they want. At the end of the day, people should be able to wear what they want.
I know we're still on this topic, but like that right there, this is gonna tie into my showcase shoe. I know we're still talking about this, but this topic right here is actually gonna tie into my showcase shoe. Which is, and when we get there, we'll talk about it.
But yeah, I mean, it's just what I don't like to see is because there have been creators that I've mentioned by name that I'm like, why is no one saying nothing about this person saying this in a certain way, using this type of lingo, and it's just all praise. Oh man, you on fire, man! You this, you that, you this and that. And I'm like, bro, ain't tell the story. He's using all the lingo, all the little voices sound like black people from the hood. Yeah, and it's just like, oh man, you so funny, you so cool. And then somebody that doesn't have the followers, doesn't have the cosigns from the people that y'all respect, is like, oh, they're doing it wrong. Oh, that's what upsets me. That's what, because I want to keep that same energy all the way through. I want to keep that same energy all the way through because But
I agree.
I feel like we just need to do a better job when it comes to things like that. We need to do a better job. We need to give some better answers than this person should be able to do it. Because, like I said, if someone that has a lot of followers right now turned around and took that same shoe, made the same video, and did the same words, it'll be fire emojis all through it. Fire! You made me want to buy this pair, man. They need to do this. They need to do this with you, man. You so underrated and all this other stuff. And it's just like he or she literally did what the other person y'all hate is doing. So like there's just no difference. But I just feel like we should be a little more productive. I feel like there's more things that we could be more worried about. Because I take more offense to someone using lingo rather than wearing a pair of shoes. Because the lingo is what really has deep roots. Certain things, the way certain things are said, or certain way things are pronounced, or what it means to that certain culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you're using that word? Like, do you know where that comes from? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus you're wearing that shoe.
Can you give an example? Can you give an example for the listeners? Well, I remember one. So tell me if I'm wrong or right, because I'm not. I want to make sure that I understand what you're saying. But like when everybody was saying like "Bye, Felicia," and
That
like
was
not
good.
knowing where that came from. Like
Yeah.
people, they didn't know who Felicia was and where she was going, but like we knew. Like it was very much like, oh, I know where that's from,
Yeah.
right? But like to some people, it was a mystery. Is that kind of what you're talking about?
To an extent, it's more of like I can't really think of one. I cannot think of no word without the word that I don't want to say. And it's not the N word, but
Oh,
it's not.
okay.
No, it's not the N word.
For some, like at some points during when you were talking, I was like, "Is that what he's talking about?" And
No,
then at
no, no,
other
no, no.
points, I
It's
was
not
like, "No,
saying.
that's not what he's talking about."
No, no, it's not. It's not the N word. But okay, I'm just gonna say. So there was a certain creator that used the word butters, and he was referring to Tim's,
Uh huh.
and I was just truly like shell shocked because I'm just like, that's so deeply embedded in New York culture, black culture, like, and I'm just like, y'all letting bro run with that. Y'all like, we good? We letting them. All right, cool. But when someone that you can't even see their face reviews the Black Rodeo SB Dunks, it's just like, oh, that's wrong. You don't know nothing about you. So get him to explain the term butters, where it comes from, and the culture behind it. If it's gonna be like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's gonna be like that, if that's what we're doing, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand the mismatch. It really
Mhm.
depends on. Shout out to Trevon. He said white hands, black shoe. I think that's how he said it.
Yeah.
And my rebuttal to that, it depends on what white hands, because
Uh-huh.
a lot of people wouldn't have said nothing about that video if it would have been if it would have been another pair of white hands. You're not gonna come at them like that. You're not gonna come on them like that. You're not
Yeah.
gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it because every year we talk about going to Complex Con, sitting in
Hmm.
front of these people and having these
Yeah.
conversations, and they're speaking on black shoes, about black
Hmm.
culture, and there's no, oh, y'all need to have, nah, there ain't none of that.
Yeah.
But it's not them reviewing the shoe. It's not them holding the shoe. It's like, oh, we got to do better. We got to start checking these people. All right. So next time you go to these pop-ups and you see them, don't ask for a picture. Ask them why they're wearing the Black Rodeo SB Dunks. It
Hmm.
ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, you know. And maybe I'm a little biased because I didn't grow up loving these people. I didn't grow up admiring these people. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
I'm truly, like, I've been into sneakers, but I'm truly getting into sneaker media and who was writing this and who was releasing this and who was doing that. Like I was buying a shoe and honestly not knowing the name behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like not knowing who like I'm wearing this shoe because the Air Jordan 12 is a hood classic. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not getting this because I can't even think of, like, I can't even think of an Air Jordan 12 that I got with a name that was attached to it and I didn't know the name. But
Hmm.
again, like these people, I view them as the regular person that I see in them all. Like
Hmm.
if I'm going to check them, I would want to check you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Regardless of who you are, but that's just
Yeah.
me.
I must have missed something because even with what you said, I was like, I got no clue who specifically you're talking about.
Oh, that's good. That's great. But let's get into the
Yeah.
showcase. Let's get into the showcase. As we talk about classics and we talk about culture, sneaker culture, pushing it forward. I
Yeah.
went with the white cement fours last week, and I thought I'd bring out the black cement. Whoa, these things are looking crazy. I thought I'd pull out the
You
black
lace them all
cement.
the way up to the top.
What?
You get them all the
Nah,
way up there.
I usually kind of like
Oh, you
do
loose
this,
lace them.
yeah, and kind of let my pants lay on the tongue.
Yeah, I
But
got you.
this is 2016,
2018.
2018 pair, and I recently got the 2024 pair. And it's just one of those classics, man.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. Like if you know, even if you ain't in sneaker media, you know what the black cement means to the culture.
Yeah.
So you know,
That's
and
even though it's
2024.
the white cement's 88 Jordan jumping from the free throw. Like
Mm-hmm.
That was in the white cements, but
What are you talking about?
that's
I
a
ain't seen
rap.
that.
That's Pusha T. 88 Jordan jumping from the free throw.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't bring that up. Are you like?
No, that's just everybody knows. Like that's just
I'm confused. But yeah.
just a bar.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like, but that's the okay. I thought I had said something wrong.
No,
Yeah,
he was like he
okay.
was jumping from the free throw in the white cements, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah,
88.
okay.
Then we had the white cement 88s, and then we had the free throw line. Same thing, but again,
Yeah, so where did the black cements rank in your Jordan threes? In Jordan threes all time, where do they rank?
oh, it's easily top three.
Top
Easily,
three?
yeah,
Can you
easily.
name your top three? Can you one? I got okay. I'm not gonna ask you if you can put them in a list, right? But if you can't, just name what are in the top three. No particular order or
My
in a
personal top three.
yes.
Where I'm going, Black Cements, UNC, all mama their threes.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Is that 3-2-1 or is that 1-2-3?
in their order. In the order, number one being Black Cement, UNC's being number two, and our mama there's number three.
We are in an interesting time where your top three has two non-OG colorways in it, and I'm not. I think you've got a good top three.
It's not mad. I'm not mad at it.
10 years ago, man, I would have been like,
That's blasphemy.
it's got to be OG colorways, like OG colorways in your top three only.
I mean, we can go there if we talking if it's a different conversation. But if we talking top three,
top three colorways, and you got two non-OG colorways in there, man. In the year 2025, it's crazy that I'm not even like blinking an eye at it. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's crazy how far apart these are. Like these are. This is the Black Cement threes, and you're our mama their threes. Like you're really gonna. I'm with that. I'm with that. I like that.
I wore the Alma Air threes for my wedding reception.
I'm not mad at it.
Great shoe.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, it's a great shoe.
I'm not mad at it all. Like that. That's a very well done shoe that you can wear casually, high end, low end, in the hood, not in the hood, around. Nice.
TJ McConnell just hit a three from the corner. Pacers up by 32.
Yeah.
Spanking.
Showcase shoe.
My showcase shoe. So what's interesting is I was just doing some window shopping on eBay, and I searched Concepts New Balance, right? Just to see what was out there, like Concepts in Boston.
That's a beautiful thing, man. It's a blessing and a curse, man, because that's what I do with my free time these days. I'm like, you know what? Let me just window shop on eBay.
Yeah, let's just see what's out there.
It's not really window shopping because you end up buying something, but I just be like, maybe there's something on there. I don't know. Next thing you know, I got something in the mail.
I saw my showcase shoe, and I've recently put up some shelving and kind of moved my sneaker collection around to kind of get it more organized and stuff. And so a lot of the sneakers that were out in the living room are just they're in a closet now, right? Or like they're somewhere else, right? And so I saw this sneaker. It is the Concepts New Balance 1000 in the Melee colorway, and I was like, oh, those are fire. What are they going for? And then I was thinking, and I was like, wait a minute, like I might have these already. And so I went to my Concepts app and I looked at my orders because I was like, if I got these, then I definitely got early access, right? And so I went and looked at my orders, and sure enough, there they were. I went and found them, and I wore them a couple of days this weekend. But this sneaker is another sneaker from Concepts where that's inspired by currency. So this is inspired by the $1,000 bill that came out in the 1800s, right? And so, as you know, they've got the C notes, and then there's also the lira, the Adora. Mm-hmm. I think I've shown that before. I think I've shown the Lira Diodora. Mm-hmm. But this is the Melee colorway, and this came out near St. Patrick's Day. So this can also be considered. They're also considering this a St. Patrick's Day release, and the reason that this relates to our conversation earlier is that I'm not Irish, right? Like, I'm not an Irish person. Can I talk about an Irish shoe, right? Like a shoe that is maybe inspired by Ireland or inspired by the Irish or St. Patrick's Day or something like that, right? Like,
Yeah.
if I don't get it right, and by the way, it says that, but like on the inside, it does say concepts currency, but what is, huh?
Go ahead.
Like what are the rules on who can talk about what shoe? You know what I'm saying? Like, we spent a lot of time talking about who can talk about the black rodeos, but then at the same time, can I talk about St. Patrick's Day? I mean, we all have St. Patrick's Day shoes, right? Like, St. Patrick's Day shoes are very, very popular, right? Like, just, I think it's kind of food for thought. What is the hill that we're going to die on? You know what I'm saying?
What is the hill we're going down? My hills, I'm down. Y'all like to pick and choose.
Yeah.
Y'all like to pick and choose. A lot of these issues that we have within the community or these conversations we have within sneakers, y'all like to pick and choose. Certain things that we shouldn't be talking about, complex, nice kicks, go talk about it. It's just like, oh, you know what? We need to have these conversations. And then sometimes then we be talking about something, they're like, nah, we don't need to have the conversation no more. Nah, this not what we need to be talking about anymore. And then somebody turn around and have the same conversation. It's just like, that's why I respect this page. Anyways, y'all like to pick and choose. That's my hill. But this concept like is their thing money? They do a lot of like money.
No, I mean, they do some money releases, but like, it's like, is N's thing food, right? They've done some food collabs, but at the same time, they've done a lot of things that aren't food.
Yeah. Well, I concepts. I was thinking like it was the backstory of concepts, like is it dealing with currency?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they've got. I mean, actually, most of their collaborations have to do with Boston.
But I mean, that's where like from, like that's where it's based out of.
Yeah, but like, I mean, like the regatta, the Kennedys, right? Like they're inspired by sailing in Hyannis Port. I mean, that's one of their most popular. The lobsters, right? Like lobster fishing in Massachusetts. Most of it is Massachusetts. The Three Lies Asics Gel Light 3, right? Like inspired by the Three Lies on the statue of the statue that supposedly is of John Harvard, but it's not, because it's like that's one of the lies on there. So Concepts mostly has collaborations around their community and where they're at.
I think that's dope, man. But we definitely need to talk about you losing shoes. Nah, man said I think I had these. Nah, I mean, I think for people that have large collections have all been there. It makes me think about the people that like 1,000 plus. Like the people that are 1,000 plus, I just at this point you need
you gotta forget.
Oh man,
you gotta accidentally double up, man.
What? Because are you really to look through all 1,000 pairs and be like, cause I mean, there's been pairs where I thought I had them, and like I'm like, nah, I know I got this pair. I know I bought this pair. Then come to find out, like, oh, I was gonna buy that pair, but I never.
Yeah.
But I was like so sure, like, oh no, I bought the pair. I got that pair, and come to find out I don't have that pair. But yeah,
first time it ever happened to me was where I forgot that I bought a pair was the Black Grapes. I used to have the Black Grape 5s. Forgot about that pair, didn't you?
No,
I forgot about that pair. I forgot I had them. I
don't have them. That's why I know. That's why I can't. Yeah. I don't forget about them.
I had them at one point because those came out at a time where I was like, yo, like black, like when they started like switching it up a little bit.
Yeah,
right.
And the white pair released that same year too. I missed out on both of them. That's why I gotta get the grapes this year. That's why I know I don't got them.
I was gonna ask you earlier if you knew when the White Cement 4 is supposed to drop. What's the release date?
This Friday?
Oh,
this Friday, next Friday, one. It's soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. May 24th.
I need them. I need them.
What's that? Is
That's
that
a couple
this Friday?
weeks from now. No.
Yeah, it's about 2 weeks.
It's only the 9th, I think.
Right
now.
Bro, that's next weekend.
Dang.
That's next weekend. In a couple weeks, that's next weekend.
Very exciting.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna be getting another re-release. Another re-release.
Oh. Donovan Mitchell did not start the second half.
Guys, we hope you enjoyed our sneaker podcast, not sports podcast. But enjoy Morgan's commentary as he walks you guys through the Pacers more than likely W.
Everybody's got the bums in. Johnny Furphy is playing right now. Both teams have their bums in with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
It's
over. It's done, though.
What's the score?
116-87.
What is put them up? 3-1 or 3-2?
It's gonna put the Pacers up 3-1.
3-1, I thought so.
Yeah.
Damn, Pacers finna get past the Celtics is crazy.
Past Cleveland.
I'm thinking who's playing Boston right now?
Knicks.
Yeah, Knicks is playing the Celtics right now. Still, that's even crazier because I had definitely had the Cavs over. I had the Cavs over Pacers.
Yeah, well, that's 1 against 4. The 1 seed against the 4 seed.
I guess fourth place is definitely not first. But as I always say, guys.
Wow, so wise.
As I always say, love, peace, and sneakers.
So brothers, retro 7s, retro 3s, metallic 7, retro 11, sitting on freeze. They got